and welcome to Ken's Kitchen. I call it Ken's Kitchen because, well, I'm Ken. I bought a new gadget I want to show you. It's called a Ninja Foodie 500. This is the Ninja Foodie 500. It's the largest of the FOODi range. You can buy a small one called the 300. It's the same width but smaller, so it holds less than this one. It's very heavy, so once you've put it in position on your work surface, it's probably best to leave it there. And also, it should not be positioned under a work unit because of the steam coming out of it. I'm going to explain some of the functions of the FOODi. It was fairly expensive, or relatively expensive. I think it cost me £179 on special offer. That sounds a lot, but when you think what it does, it replaces a pressure cooker, it replaces a slow cooker, it replaces an air fryer and a grill, so it does quite a lot. So, and also, although it's big, that's the only space it occupies. All the others would take up lots of space in the kitchen. That's one reason why I bought it. If we look a bit closer at the Ninja, there, you may be able to see some of the functions. So this is a pressure cooker, an air crisper, a steam oven, a grill, a slow cooker. It can bake, it can roast, sear and saute, and it can dehydrate. In other words, with dehydrate you can reduce food down to crispy things like you buy in the supermarket. So I'm going to look inside it now to show you what's inside it. If you look now, you will see it has a detachable lid and also a fixed hinged lid. Now the detachable lid is for the pressure cooker side of the device, and on the left hand side you see a little basket. That's called a crisper basket, and there are racks behind, a low rack and another separate one, a high rack. So it's got all sorts of accessories. I have sent for some more smaller accessories which you can buy to lift out the crisper. This crisper, by the way, here, small basket there, helps things become very crisp, as it says. It's like an air fryer really. So let's look at the functions first of all of the pressure cooker. Now, there's the lid for the pressure cooker, and what you do is take the pressure cooker lid and put it on the right way round, which is that way, and you see the arrows here, you slide them round until it locks in place like so. At the back there's a valve which you close, like any pressure cooker really, and you can set the switch down there to put it on. You can set it to various functions. This one is a pressure cooker, it sets up at high. You can change that by looking at the function below. You can change the time, and you can first of all fill it with some water. Normally about half a pint is generally expected. Don't put so much in, but don't put too little in either. Then you can set the timer, press go, and it will warm up first of all, and then it will pressure cook how much time you want. There's also a steam function down here. Again, you've got the timer for steam. You can set the time by looking at the time switch there. Set any time you want. End, okay. Switch it off by, put it back on again with the power switch, and you can go there from steam, slow cook, that for searing I salted in, down here, see salted, round at the top we've got the air crisper. When you put this basket inside, it crisps. I'll show you that in a moment. And then we have the grill. The grill is set at 240, but the time can be changed. The bacon roast, just like an oven really, you can bake at whatever temperature you want, and you can roast. And finally this dehydrate, which probably most of you won't use, but it's for taking wet, like bananas or apples, and taking all the water out so they become crisp. You can buy packets in the supermarket, but it's probably cheaper to make your own. Now those are the functions of it. I'll try and go through them one by one. I've already looked at the pressure cooker one. I'll turn the power off a moment. You've already looked at the pressure cooker one. Now, with a pressure cooker, like any pressure cooker, you have to be careful when you take the lid off. You can either let the steam settle down by itself, which you normally do, or at the back there's a valve which you can lift to release the steam. Of course you don't use your hands for that, otherwise you probably get burned. It's probably best to use a spoon or a piece of wood or an oven glove maybe to lift the pressure. When the pressure is lifted, at the very back there's a small button which will drop down to say the pressure is okay. Take the lid off. Watch out for the water come out to the bottom. Put it somewhere safe. It is hot. And then take the food out of the pressure cooker. This the crisping basket just goes inside. Put your crisping stuff in, close the lid now and set it to air crisp. You can set the time with the timer to whatever you want. And so on. So it's very versatile. These are the racks here. There's a low rack which has two positions, low or high. And then there's an extra rack so you can have two. You can do food on both layers, which is useful if you're doing, say, 8 chicken pieces. You can put 4 on here and 4 on there. So that's the actual system itself. It is very, very heavy and it's quite big. But it replaces so many items, I think it's a good buy. What I'll do later is show you how to bake something in there. Something simple, I think, nothing expensive. There's also a cookery book, I'll show you that in a moment. If you look at the top of the lid, or the pressure cooker lid, you can see it's got seal and vent. So when we're cooking, we put it on seal. When we've finished, we can quick release by moving it to vent and wait till the steam's all gone away. The little white button there, when you're cooking, will be raised, and when the steam is safe to open the lid, that will drop down again. So that's very important to make sure you don't try and reef the lid while that button is in the up position. And this is the crisping basket. You can do all sorts of things in there, like French fries, roast potatoes, etc. And these are the racks, low position, high position, and an extra rack to give you a 2-tier cooking position. The Ninja itself comes with a small cookbook which has got lots of recipes in for different sorts of dishes, meat, fish, etc. But I also bought a big cookbook which is the Ninja Foodie for Ninja Foodie 600, and it's got 600 recipes. There are all sorts of things in there to do. The only problem I found with it was that some of the quantities are different to what I'm used to. Some of the ingredients you can buy from deli shops in England, but maybe they aren't the same. Just for example, all-purpose flour, we would call that plain flour, and baking soda we would call baking powder. They use cups rather than ounces usually. So I did make out a list which I'll put on later on of comparing ingredients in America to ingredients in England. And as I said, most of the things you can buy in a deli shop, but you can't always buy them from your local supermarket. So these are the two cookbooks, the big one there which I bought, and the small one which comes with the cookery. Now that's the Ninja 500, a very versatile cooker. I think for a student, if you got the Ninja 300, which is a bit smaller but certainly big enough, it would be very useful in student accommodation, because that's all they need. Everything they want to cook can be done in there except for fried food, and they can even saute some of that in the sauce. So that's the Ninja 500. Now later on, or the next time I come on here, I will try and show you some of the things we can do in there with the pressure cooker and with the air fryer. So look out for my next recording of Ken's Kitchen. Bye!